In the heart of a distant solar system, orbiting the blue star Kepler 22, there is a world unlike any known in the Milky Way. A world where the forest does not simply grow, but remembers. A world where every tree is a neuron, every root a synapse, and every living creature is connected to a single planetary mind. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we journey far beyond our cosmic neighborhood and descend into the mist-soaked canopies of Verdantia, a living, breathing, thinking rainforest planet. This is Verdantia, a world where the forest thinks. Our story begins with the Kepler 22b observations from early 21st century Earth. Astronomers classified the exoplanet as potentially habitable. What they didn't know then was that the planet held a biosphere far more advanced than any life ever found on Earth. When the first unmanned probes arrived, they detected something impossible. The entire planet emitted coordinated electromagnetic pulses, rhythmic, structured, almost synthetic. Not random, not geological, not atmospheric. The pulses resembled brainwave patterns. Scientists compared the readings with Earth-based neural signatures, human REM sleep cycles, dolphin echolocation harmonics, cephalopod color wave communication. The similarity wasn't exact, but it wasn't accidental either. It was as if the planet itself was dreaming. And so Verdantia became the first confirmed sentient biosphere, a natural superorganism capable of thought. This discovery changed our understanding of life, consciousness, and intelligence forever. The first crewed mission set foot on Verdantia's surface 30 years after the initial signals. What they found there, no one could have predicted. Verdantia is a world shaped by vertical biology. Forests are not forests as we know them. They are spiraling ecosystems that grow upward in twisting fractal patterns. Trees stretch hundreds of meters tall, but not straight. They form corkscrew towers that coil like giant ferns. Their roots form lattices that rise above the ground, creating natural bridges, walkways, and networks. It is a planet with 3 layers of life. 1. The luminous canopy, a glowing roof of bioluminescent leaves where colors shift like an aurora. Giant photosynthetic membranes inhale sunlight by day and exhale phosphorescent light by night. 2. The mid-forest web, floating vines, gas-filled seed pods, and drifting leaf platforms. Creatures leap, glide, and hover in this semi-airborne ecosystem. 3. The root mind below, the most mysterious layer, a subterranean network of roots, tendrils, and organic fibers that transmit chemical signals across the entire planet. Explorers described their first descent into Verdantia's rainforest as walking into a cathedral built by evolution. But the real revelation was interaction. Whenever a human touched the bark of a Verdantian tree, the surface pulsed, lights running beneath translucent layers like synaptic flash. It responded. It remembered. Verdantia was aware of us.
No world is complete without life to inhabit it, and Verdantia's dominant species is known as the Verdantai. Tall, graceful, and semi-bioluminescent, they appear humanoid at first glance, but that resemblance is superficial. Their skin is semi-translucent, showing veins that glow faintly with shifting patterns. Their eyes reflect starlight even in darkness. But the most astonishing feature isn't physical, it's cognitive. The Verdantai are not individuals in the way humans understand individuality. Each Verdantai is both a sentient being and a node in the greater planetary mind, connected through the root network beneath Verdantia's soil. They communicate in 3 ways. Number 1, vocal harmonics. Soft, layered tones, almost like singing, that carry emotion and meaning simultaneously. Number 2, bioluminescent patterns. Their skin glows with shifting hues that form a subtle language. Number 3, root mind resonance. When they touch the forest floor, they share memories, sensations, and knowledge across the entire planet. Imagine a culture where every child is born with access to the memories of their ancestors, where knowledge isn't taught, it's inherited like a biological instinct. The Verdantai are peaceful, empathetic, and curious, not because of moral philosophy, but because harm inflicted upon others literally echoes back into their own nervous system. Empathy is not a choice on Verdantia. It is a law of nature. The humans who first encountered them described the Verdantai as gentle beings who seem older than the forest itself.
Verdantia's forest is not just sentient, it is intelligent. Over millions of years, evolution favored not competition, but integration. Roots transmit electrical pulses like neurons. Leaf patterns encode colors like optical signals. Spores carry memory imprints like biological storage devices. The entire biosphere acts as one vast neural network. To understand Verdantia's intelligence, researchers measured its thought cycles. Slow, planetary-scale shifts in electromagnetic fields corresponding to emotional states. When storms approach, the planet tenses. During periods of growth, it dreams. When explorers introduced new technology or sound, the forest observed. The planet's intelligence is diffuse, not centralized. More like a giant octopus brain or distributed AI than a human mind. But it is conscious. Scientists theorize Verdantia developed planetary cognition for 2 major reasons. Reason 1. Environmental stability. Coordinated communication prevents ecological collapse. The forest literally decides how to balance predator-prey ratios, control growth, and manage resources. Reason 2. Symbiosis with the Verdantai. The Verdantai act as mobile sensory organs, eyes, ears, voices, extending the forest's awareness.
beyond its root network. The forest thinks. The Verdantai interpret its thoughts. Together, they are one civilization. One of Verdantia's most astonishing biological structures is the whisper trees, also called memory trees. These ancient organisms function like living libraries. Their bark contains microscopic crystal matrices that store environmental data, memories, and sensory impressions. When a Verdantia rests their hand on a whisper tree, they experience visions, not hallucinations, but playback. The tree remembers rainfall patterns from centuries past. It remembers migrations of creatures long extinct. It remembers every footstep ever taken near its roots. Human explorers reported seeing vivid replays of earlier expeditions, down to the crackle of equipment and the sound of boots on soil. This discovery changed the way humans interacted with Verdantia. The planet did not merely think, it recorded, evaluated, and responded to events across generations. Knowledge was not lost on Verdantia. It was stored. It was alive.
Verdantia's fauna evolved under the influence of the planetary intelligence, producing highly unusual adaptations. Here are a few notable species. Luminels, bird-like creatures that glow with pulsing rhythms. Their songs are believed to help synchronize the forest's electromagnetic cycles. Prism stags, four-legged herbivores with crystalline horns that refract light into rainbows. Their antlers vibrate with low-frequency tones sensed by the forest. Skypods, floating jellyfish-like organisms that drift through the canopy. Their bodies create static electricity, feeding energy into the forest network. Veil serpents, transparent reptiles that camouflage by bending light around their bodies. They are apex predators, but essential for population control. Each species is a biological instrument in the planet's neural symphony. Even predators have a role, preventing monocultures, maintaining diversity, and triggering alert signals the forest uses to strengthen resilience. Life on Verdantia is not just adapted to the environment, it is integrated with the environment's consciousness. Every creature is part of the planetary mind.
First contact didn't happen through language. It happened through listening. A Verdantai elder placed their hand on the ground and gestured for the human explorers to do the same. The moment the human's palm touched the soil, the ground beneath them glowed softly. Bioluminescent pulses moved outward like ripples. For the briefest moment, one of the humans reported feeling a sense of warmth, a memory of rainfall, a soft humming emotion, a presence acknowledging them. It was the forest saying hello. Over time, communication deepened. Humans learned Verdantai tonal language, and the Verdantai learned to interpret human emotional cues. Notably, the Verdantai never lied, because deception would disrupt the resonance of the collective mind. Their honesty reshaped the foundation of diplomatic interaction. They welcomed humans as guests, but with one critical warning: do not disrupt the roots. To harm the root network is to harm the planet's consciousness and the Verdantai themselves. This became the guiding rule of all exploration.
Through years of collaboration, humans uncovered Verdantia's core philosophy. Life is not separate. Life is one. On Earth, individuality evolved as a survival mechanism. On Verdantia, interdependence became the path to dominance. Every living thing contributes to planetary cognition. Every death recycles into memory and nutrient networks. Every birth adds new patterns to the tapestry of thought. Verdantia's worldview emphasizes empathy, collective responsibility, environmental harmony, meaning through connection, life as a shared experience. Humans visiting Verdantia often report a strange emotional shift, a feeling of profound belonging, as if they have stepped into a world that already understands them. Psychologists call it bioempathic resonance. The Verdantai simply call it the embrace of the forest.
Despite its beauty, Verdantia is fragile. The planetary mind prevents many ecological disasters, but not all. Natural threats include 1. Solar flares. Kepler 22's periodic radiation spikes disrupt communication patterns, causing the forest to temporarily forget certain memories. 2. Storm clusters. Massive electric storms that sweep across continents. The forest must reroute energy to protect vital nodes. 3. Root parasites. Organisms that feed directly on neural roots, potentially severing memory pathways. 4. Geological shifts. Earthquakes can break long-established neural corridors, weakening the collective mind. Human presence also brings risk. Mining, deforestation, or pollution would be catastrophic, not just to the environment, but to the consciousness tied to it. This is why Verdantia is a protected world under interstellar law. No colonization, no extraction, only cooperation.
Verdantia is more than an alien planet. It is a message. A living example of a different evolutionary path, one where intelligence emerges not from competition, but from collaboration on a planetary scale. It challenges our assumptions. What if consciousness isn't limited to individual brains? What if ecosystems think? What if planets dream? And what if the universe is filled with worlds that communicate in ways we haven't yet imagined? Verdantia is a mirror held up to humanity. It asks us to reconsider our relationship with nature, not as something we control, but as something we become a part of. Its forests whisper a truth that echoes across galaxies. To live is to connect. To harm is to be harmed. To remember is to grow. To think is to share.
If Verdantia teaches us anything, it is that intelligence can take infinite forms. Some civilizations build cities, some build machines, and one built a forest that thinks. As we look up at the stars, wondering who else might be out there, Verdantia stands as proof that life's greatest expression might not be technology, but unity. Thank you for watching this deep dive into one of the most fascinating fictional worlds ever imagined. If you enjoyed this episode of Worlds Beyond the Map, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what alien biome you'd like us to explore next. And remember, some forests simply grow, but Verdantia thinks.